Hi everyone! Oh my goodness, I only have a couple minutes. It's the morning before starting work, and today I'm going to my first drive-in concert. So I'm doing my face really quickly, and then I'm going to do my eyes on lunch, and then right at the end of the day I'll have a little bit of time to do some more theatrical fun makeup. So we're just going to throw this stuff on really quickly. We are recording, we're good to go. So I haven't done my makeup in front of the camera in ages because I pre-filmed, which I think I've mentioned. So I'm really excited that I get to hang out, throw this stuff on for such a fun event. And I'm actually going to do a makeup look really similar to a look that I did. I'll put it up over here. It was for the very last Itch.io show. They're my favorite band, and they did concerts for 8 to 10 weeks, I can't remember, throughout the pandemic. On Saturday nights, they released a live video on YouTube. Not a live video, a recorded video, but they like hung out and chatted with us, the fans and everything. So I did this look for their last show. So it's going to be a little different, but it was right after all the protests started, Black Lives Matter, George Floyd, and all that, and I just didn't feel like I wanted to take this space considering everything that was going on, so it was sort of more just somber. Now I feel like there's been some incredible momentum in the Black Lives Matter movement. There's some fantastic changes. We have to keep changing things. We have to keep working on this. But now I'm going to do that look again for an Itch.io show. For real. I'm so happy. It's happening tonight. They are in the parking lot of a concert venue. So they're going to have 2 viewings. Oh, my e.l.f. color corrector just fell out. Bonk, bonk. I'll just stick that back in. So they have a 7:30 viewing and a 9:30. And so like you arrive a little early, and then we're going to like go into a staging car lot, and then they sort of direct the cars to where they're going to go 6 feet apart. You're not allowed to get out of your car unless you absolutely have to go to the bathroom. I'm such a big fluid imbiber. Like I drink a lot of beverages. So I'm going to have to try to remind myself not to drink before we go, not to sort of sabotage myself. It's so hard. Once I put my face on, like a nice base layer, I want something in my eyes. You know what? I might be putting black there, but whatever. It's going to be many hours before I actually do my eyeshadow, so maybe that'll be gone by then, but that just feels more put together. Okay, we're only focusing on my face right now, and this is so funny because I haven't done this stuff in so long. I'm sort of like forgotten my steps. I'll put some concealer. This is this Morphe stuff, and it just feels like paint, and since it's so early, like let's go with some paint and hopefully it'll stay on all day. So they're doing this for 3 weeks. We are going 3 times. It's quite expensive, but I love this band. We've missed a bunch of their shows. There are 2 of us in the car, me and Patrick. So we feel like it sort of makes it worthwhile. And they gave us a bunch of free shows on YouTube during the pandemic. I'm very excited to see how this turns out. And I decorated my car too. Patrick and I both did. I have a Cricut maker, so I cut out a bunch of my favorite band's logo and we put them on my car. We have a sort of super fan group called the Hive, the Itch.io Hive. And so I made these little buzz logos. So it's like we're the Hive. And that's actually because one day we were hanging out in the park with a bunch of the other fans. And just a side note, this is a Makeup Revolution contour palette that I got for free with purchase ages ago. And I've used it for some theatrical stuff. And I want to go sort of dramatic today because I'll be in a car, so no one will be able to see me. So I sort of just want to be like outlandishly dramatic. And we're going to see how this is going to go. Put my glasses on because I can't see. So we're hanging out with the other Itch.io fans and talking about how we're the Hive. So we're sort of like bees. We should come dressed as bees one time. And one of the other fans was like, yeah, because bees communicate by dancing. And we're like, oh, that's so good. Oh my gosh, I look really pale right now. Normal? I don't know. But anyways, so good. Yes, we're the Hive. We communicate by dancing. So my car is sort of the Hive wagon, like the Hype wagon or Hype mobile. But anyways, it's this cute little testament to the idea that this other fan had. And I love it. Oh my gosh, I'm in such a rush. Ooh, that went everywhere. It's a really weird concept and feeling. And like to be prepping for a drive-in show. And so we've been working on my car for the past 2 days and doing a lot of standing. And you guys probably know this, I'm an amputee, standing is hard. Standing is really hard. It's harder than walking because it just puts all this pressure in painful places. And so normally I'm like prepping for a show and doing a lot of standing beforehand and I get scared because I'm like, how am I gonna handle the show? I've been standing so much, it's gonna hurt so much. And now it's like, well, we're just gonna be sitting for 2 hours, you know? So I think I said they have 2 showings, but each of them are 40 minutes. So it's not like we can dilly-dally. So we're going to the early showing for this one, so we can sort of be there for the first show they do. And then, so that one's at 7:30, then there's one at 9:30. So it's like, we're gonna have to clear out pretty quickly. I am very, very excited. Gosh, I haven't done like a full face or a contour in a while. So basically I filmed too much, right? Too much, but like had a bunch of things and I was really excited and was filming so much, and I actually maxed out the space on my computer. And I have a bunch of stuff on an external hard drive, but I try not to do that because I can sort of forget that stuff is there, right? So I just told myself to chill out a little bit, and I'm not sure if I like this color. And so I took a couple of my eyeshadow palettes downstairs and just started throwing on some eyeshadow for fun, like normal people, I guess, not like people who film their makeup looks. And I've been having a great time, but I haven't like full on filmed. I've been like putting on makeup while watching TV and stuff like that. So, well, interesting stuff to remember, like to look at you. And the last video I did was actually just 2 days ago, and I unboxed my lip monthly, and it's so funny. I was like, good Lord, this looks really red for something that looks cool toned. But anyways, I unboxed my lip monthly, and as I was doing it, I was like, I'm gonna cancel all my subscription boxes. This is a waste. And then after I had that thought, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna miss my presents so much. It's really addictive. It's so addictive. Okay, I'm trying a little more of a cool tone shade on this palette. I thought I was using a cool tone, but there we go. Gotta remember to do it under my cheekbone more because it's a shadow. Okay, now let's go a little nuts with some bronzer. Oh my goodness, I've only got like 2 minutes left. Okay, my Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer and Bronzer. It smells so good. That on my cheekbones, and then all over here. No one is gonna notice any of this. It's so weird because like I spent a bunch of weekends getting dressed up for shows in my living room, you know? And now we're gonna be at a show in our car, but okay, so I'll probably show you some photos of what I did to the car. We put the vinyl stickers all over it, and then Patrick went nuts with this glow tape that we got for my Life Day event, which has to do with being an amputee. There'll be a whole nother video about that sometimes. So, well, hell, I'll just tell you. A Life Day is a day that your life changed dramatically, or you almost died, or something traumatic happened and you survived. So I like to celebrate my Life Day, and I have a party every time. So last year I had a huge party because it was my 20th Life Day, and we had a whole bunch of like blacklight stuff and glowy things and cool immersive environments and stuff. And so I had a bunch of stuff left over, like glowy stars and hearts and things and all this tape. And so Patrick went absolutely nuts on the car with the tape. And there's a white. We're gonna try to use this white and see what that's like to like sort of cut this line here. It's not something I've really done much. Actually, I'll mix it with the sort of bone color as well. So he put that all over the car, and then I put these yellow spikes on top of the car, which hopefully are gonna stick because they're sort of Velcroed on with adhesive Velcro, and I hope they stick while we drive. And then we have lights for all over the inside of the car, like disco lights, and I made my favorite band's logo out of foam, and then had sort of a plastic backing that was like sheet protectors that I glued together. So I'm gonna buff all over with my bronzer and see if we can blend this together. And then I put remote controlled flashing lights behind it and stuck it on the back wheel of my car. It looks so good. I'm so happy that it turned out. All right, we're running out of time. I'm gonna use this really cute Sephora palette thingy that was on sale, and I'm gonna use that blush and that highlight. Yes, I think it was like 10 bucks, and it's like the only blush that I actually like. Literally, I'm not a blush fan, so let's see if I can do this in the right spot. And I really like how this sort of peachy look comes together. See what I mean? For my skin tone, it's actually nice. And do we call that blended? Not really. And I'm gonna grab my little fan brush because I've been overdoing the highlight, and I've used this one before. This is sort of like a chimera green. I think that would be the term. And I'm gonna try not to be quite as liberal as I have been before, but it's so hard because so gorgeous. We're gonna do some crazy travel makeup. I'm not sure how this is gonna go, throwing that on lunch and then the other part after work. Hopefully it'll come together really well, but I'm hoping that I have a nice base for this. Let's do this here. No one's gonna see this anyways, just me. And that's good enough. So I don't want to overdo it. And look at this. Whatever. Literally the weirdest thing. No one's going to see me. They're just going to see like a shape in the car. So Itch.io is an immersive band. I cannot wait to see how they immerse us in the cars. I think they're going to be all around us and it's going to be amazing. Almost forgot, why not do my nose contour? I want to look like severe, and part of me wants to go post-apocalyptic, but I probably won't go quite that far because I also just want to be comfortable. So I am going to do darker, warrior-ish makeup, I think, though. Like, I think nothing about this is necessarily going to be natural looking. And we can absolutely throw some more contour down here. Why not? I'm trying to focus it more just on where the sharpest shadows should be. Maybe that's the way to do it. Do your bronzer first and then contour. Or just go in with contour in the right spot from the beginning, which then that could be nice. Ooh, and I do like, I've been enjoying doing this under my nose. Make it look a little shorter. All right, I'm gonna go to work and then we're gonna meet back on my lunch break and put on makeup. Get ready for this. Hi, I'm back. It's my lunch break and I'm in such a rush. I did my hair like I'm gonna do and I'm gonna wear these ears. So I'm gonna be in a car, right? So these ears can flatten if I hit the roof of the car, if I get too excited. Anyways, I did my face. I'm gonna throw on some white, sort of over here because I'm gonna do some bright shadow here. I think. I'm sort of all over the place. I did my base and then I have some family that just popped into town to help some other family move, and they literally popped into town for like half an hour, so I got to go see them, my brother-in-law and my nephew, for literally half an hour, and I melted a little. It is so hot outside and I was kind of like running to go see them. It's okay. I'm gonna be in a car, no one's gonna see me. What we are gonna do is, you see this color here? There is a JD Glow multi-chrome. It's the only multi-chrome I own. And if you want to see my JD Glow video, it'll be up here. So I have a couple other shadows of theirs. They're really fantastic, but I'm going to use the multi-chrome which is exactly that. It's like green to bluey purpley, green, bluey, purple. Yeah, pretty much. And I have blue and green pigment, UV pigment. I'm gonna do that on the lower half of my face. This is gonna sound weird. I think I'll probably do it there so it doesn't interfere with a mask, or like there maybe. We're gonna do black here, and then on the inside we're gonna do green to blue. I just decided that. Okay, and I'm gonna use the Slush 2 palette by September Rose. You see this? Oh, I dropped my mirror. That bright green and probably that blue. Yeah, why not? You know, I mean, no one's gonna see me that close. So if it doesn't match bluely, it doesn't matter. If it doesn't match, doesn't matter. And I even lost my brush cleaner, so I'm just cleaning it on my table. So I was thinking while I was working that it's weird to think like, oh gosh, I've forgotten how to film. I've forgotten how to do this, how to film my eye makeup looks. And then I was thinking about it while I was working. And do you ever have that when you go on holiday for a week or two and then you come back and you're like, how do I do this again? How do I do this thing that was so familiar? Like, I can't remember. So I kind of feel like it's like that. Like, you just learn to do something by rote and you become very comfortable with it. And it's very, very easy to get out of it, you know? Regrettably. Really easy to fall off the wagon. Okay, green. So these September Rose shadows, I've been sort of like having my doubts about them because I got the Anastasia Beverly Hills little mini palette. It's like the green and orange one basically, but the shadows are so gorgeous and it's like a green like this that I love putting on the inside, but it's very different. It's very soft and powdery. And the September Rose is very, very hard pressed, but so I was like, maybe I prefer the soft and powdery because I just love how easily that blends. But now that I'm blending this now, like, I think the kicker is that as you touch your brush to the surface, it sort of scuffs it up and creates a lot of powder. So it becomes soft and powdery, but it's not quite as evenly distributed in the brush. Like, you sort of have to pat around on the surface of the shadow. I don't know. Just something I've been thinking about. The types of formulas that I like. This is not adhering super well, but I don't know if you can see I have some creasing over there from the concealer that I put on. That's just fine because no one's gonna see it. All right, let's go in with our blue. I like to say that about makeup anyways, normally, you know, no one's gonna see it. So what did we say? We're gonna do black there and probably there. So I'll do black going like that to there, and then I'll do my neon colors underneath. And I think I'll do my neon colors the opposite to these colors. I hope that makes sense. Anyways, yeah, I tend to feel that we look very closely at our makeup as we're putting it on, and 90% of the time other people don't see all this careful blending, all the things that we think are mistakes or things like that. They're not gonna see it. And if they do, they're probably into makeup too, which is just cool because I don't have any other friends into makeup quite this level. I mean, I guess I do have some. If you're into makeup to this level, would you let me know down below? I got this comment on my Lip Monthly thing that I talk so much, and it's so funny because like I'm not that loud talky person in person, but here I'm talking to myself, so I tend to be a little babbly. I've definitely noticed that ever since Patrick and I started filming at all, I've noticed that I'm a little babbly, and I kind of don't mind because I'm sort of enjoying my own inner monologue, which is all over the place, but this is what's going on inside my head anyways, so now I get to just let it out. But I also cut out my silences. If you are a YouTuber, there is this app, you have to pay for it, but it's called Time Bolt, and you can use it to cut out your silences. It's amazing. Yeah, so I spent most of my first year on YouTube cutting out my silences myself manually. That is very time consuming. And I mean, because like so many people say, if you have a silence of more than a second, you're gonna lose people. Don't do that, don't have the silences. So I cut them out, and it would take so long, but this app is fantastic. You have tons of customization and you just press a button and it cuts them out. This is not sponsored, by the way, but I should totally ask them because I'm so big and so influential. No, really, I just think it's a super cool thing, and I don't tend to promote things that I don't think are super cool. All right, I gotta find a black. I'm going to my Creepy Cute palette. I just don't entirely have the best way to get black onto my skin. Like I feel like I see some people using black and it looks amazing. Let's try a little bit of our our NYX Jumbo pencil thingy. I'll try put down some of that here as a truck comes by my house. For some reason, everyone is moving in the neighborhood. I guess this is no longer a desirable place to be. So I've watched people, I was going through Pinterest to sort of get ideas for costumes, and I was watching this one video and this person like just went with this creamy black thing, and I think it might have been like gel liner and they were using it on their eyelid. I hope you can't hear that garbage truck or moving truck. Do we like this? It's interesting. There we go, they stopped. Okay, so yeah, I saw them just splodging this thick black stuff on their eyes, and I'm like, I've never tried that with gel liner. Do you know what I mean? Like the pots of gel, like can I just use that to make a really dark eye? That would be super fun and potentially easier. Like I don't know how well this is gonna stick, but we're gonna like set it with shadow and buff it out. So should we go unibrow? We'll go thicker. Let's go way thicker here, all the way across, but not quite unibrow height. Something that I quite enjoy for making a makeup look a little weird and dark, evil, masculine is definitely putting deeper shades in there. So I think I'll do that with shadow. All right, I'm liking it. Let's get some black going. And I think I'll start in here because I know my brush is going to get kind of covered. I want a little bit more detailed work in here. And I'm trying to remind myself, I don't have to be perfect. No one else is going to see this really. Like they're just going to see a little figure in a car. And so I can just have some fun and be casual with my makeup. Not like I'm not normally. Oh yeah, I haven't done eyebrows. Eyebrows and blush. Never did them until I started doing YouTube. And I know I have some notable eyebrows, but I pull my eyebrow hairs. I have a lot of anxieties and I do that. I know it's terrible, but I do. And I think they'd be a lot thicker if I didn't, but if that was an easy thing to stop, I would have stopped it a long time ago. Okay, so we're just gonna blend this out over here. This seems to be making a nice space, but you know what? I did this for a smoky look. If I remember it, I'll put it up over there. It was an eyeshadow look from a Sigma ad, and I sort of duplicated it and I used the black NYX pencil. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm remembering, and it kind of like smushed and creased. But I have Mehron barrier sprays, so I'm gonna seal this, so I really hope it doesn't go anywhere. Once again, no one's gonna see me. I might just be a sweaty mess and no one will notice. Bonus of a car show. This is coming together interestingly. I feel like a villain, which is often what I'm going for. So I did put white liner in my waterline, and I'm totally gonna get rid of that. Oops, this one's going lower. How do you guys feel? Do you enjoy having someone who babbles? Hopefully I'm not rattling my table while I lean on it. Probably am. Do you enjoy having someone who babbles? Like, there's some people that I listen to that I like hearing them babble because it's like background sound. It's oddly comforting. I don't know if you like me in that regard. I think that this line needs to come further up, don't you? I look like a raccoon. Mm-hmm. Now that I think about it, I think I'm gonna go over my eyeshadow with the ultraviolet shadow because why not? Maybe it'll show up. I don't entirely know why I didn't. Kind of just felt like using shadow, I guess. Felt like using stuff. All right. I'm gonna use my Marc Jacobs pencil, my waterline. This, I had a gift card to Sephora and I splurged and bought like a full-size one. So I was like, I'm sick of having black liner and my waterline not stay. I'm gonna buy the best thing that there is. So I spent $25 and I got one. And this was back when Sephora Play was still around. And then they sent one in a subscription box. And then they had another one available as a reward, like a 100-point reward, whatever, which I thought was quite reasonable. So I'm kind of annoyed though that I spent $25 on a full size and I have two of the little ones and I'll never go through these, you know? But they are good. I certainly don't think they're the best. As in, like, there seem like a lot of suitable eyeliners. Okay, I think I'll pull this out with this. The lash line there, sort of over my hooded crease. Pretend that my eyes are all almond shaped. Not really sure what shape my eyes are. Round? Okay, so that definitely indicated that I need to go a little higher here. Now that brush is completely covered in black, so I'm gonna go on a different brush. Oh my goodness, there is pigment everywhere. I like these pigment pots because you can use them as eyeshadow, but they're very, very messy. Oh, jeez. All right, oh, great. Let's just put this everywhere that we just put black, shall we? Well, that is way brighter though. Why didn't I do that from the start? You know what I need is like a little portable fan. Try this on the other side. That sort of worked. And I know that these things aren't super fab at blending, so I'm just tapping it. Tap, tap, tap. Oh goodness. That went okay, actually. All right, now I'm gonna go in with the blue. Ooh, that's much deeper than the blue that's currently on there. And I've never found a blue that is actually good in Blacklight. You know what I mean? Like, I have a bunch of different blue paints and they just kind of don't show up super well. They just look like a muted white. So I'm not gonna worry about this too much. It'll be hours for me, but I will show you guys shortly after this how it looks in Blacklight and the full shebang. Should I wear Blacklight lipstick? I only have one color, which doesn't really go with this. It is a liquid lipstick though, so I can wear a mask. See, I'm gonna wear a mask, it's fine. I'm not gonna wear any lipstick. I'm gonna use the back of my bronzer brush. That didn't work. I'm gonna try my foundation brush and see if we can clean that up, pull that good, and go put some more black on there. The bad thing is that this is Blacklight, so you're probably gonna see like splotches of Blacklight when I'm in the Blacklight. Oh wait, I'm gonna put color into there anyways. What am I doing? You know what? Let's just make my eyebrows black. Why not? Just a little. And I will bring this higher. Why not? Okay, now let's put some black over here. It is not going well over that blue. Okay, I like it. I am going to put on my multi-chrome now. Let's see if this sort of finalizes this portion of the look. God, I love this thing so much. Oh yeah. My eyes are so hooded, you can't even see it. Okay. God, I keep getting speckles of stuff all over me. I absolutely adore this eyeshadow so much. I don't think I need another multi-chrome. Like, this is my ultimate. Green, purple, blue. It's truly a combination of all my favorite colors. Can you see that? Hope so. Okay, other side. A weird, gorgeous raccoon. It's very weird. With the ears. It'll probably be raccoon anyways. All right, let's do some liner. No, wait, one moment. Let's put on some sort of toppery inner corner highlighty thing. Inner corner highlight, all this darkness. I think that this is Limelight by Looksy. Not sure if any of it's gonna show up really. That adds pretty much nothing, but it's fun. Why not? Gosh, my lunch break is almost done, but I'm almost done, so that's okay. I almost feel like I need some purple to mix this in, so it's not just blue and green. Ugh, gonna be in a car, don't forget. Gonna be in a car and probably gonna have a mask on. Cause here's the deal, we might have like the windows down at times and there might be performers like around our car. We're sort of anticipating wearing masks most of the time. The performers themselves are masked by nature. So they will be masked for this, but still. Really interestingly, there are a couple performers that are a Chinese lion, and that's 2 people, and it's closer than 6 feet. So they're really putting themselves into harm's way for this experience and for us. So I'm very appreciative and I'm very excited for tonight. and also anxious. I just get anxious before Itch.io shows. Anyways. Okay, liner mascara. You can't even tell that that's on there, but it does something for me, okay? And now for the final touch, I'm going to put Neon pigments under here. Got a different brush that I've never actually used before, so this is a little weird. Yeah, this blue is the least blendy out of the pigments so far. It's getting everywhere, which you wouldn't think would be an issue, but it's not where I want it to be. It's all right. Remember, you can be messy, Liv. Pat it on and hope for the best. And now with the green, which I really love. Maybe if I lean forward, it won't fall on my face as much. Logic. Much more effective. Well done, Liv. Now this one you can actually sort of buff. Much nicer. Yeah, I love the green. These pigments are by Moon. Yeah, so if you want something that blends well, get the green, not the blue. Also, I don't think the blue shows up that well, but anyways. All right, what I think I'm gonna do, because I have to go back now, I'm gonna spray myself with this fixative, and then we'll come back and do a final chat, and I'll sort of reapply some of that, and hopefully it'll stay better. Okay, that's the finished look. I gotta say, this barrier spray, the Mayron barrier spray, is excellent. I spritzed it and I didn't kind of tuck my lips away, and I could feel it sort of drying and solidifying, and your lips are just too flexible for that. But it really helped, and I was able to layer a little bit more of that blue on that was really patchy. And then I used tribal markers all over my body. Hang on, let's zoom out a little. So yeah, I used tribal markers all over my body. I actually used some of that, like the Moon version of a gel body paint, but it kind of flakes off, and this one's pretty old. So tribal markers are great, but quite expensive, and you don't want to gunk them up with something like moisturizer or anything like that. So once I had washed off all the other stuff, then I could put these on, and they are very Blacklight. In fact, isn't that cool? It's and it's like a pen. You just use it like a pen, and it's very effective. Ooh, that's gorgeous, gorgeous. And I do still have 2 lights on, so this is not in pitch black. And then let's look at so this is the Moon powder pigment all over there, and then I have some of the tribal markers I just sort of drew on my face quickly. I was gonna do more with black, and I decided, you know what, let's just go with this. And this is a guitar pick that I printed the logo, 3D printed the logo for my favorite band, and glued it onto the guitar pick, and then painted the guitar pick with UV paint. And then this was another 3D printed thing, and it's for another, like I've mentioned it before in passing, but it's a cyborg costume that I'm working on. So it lights up. Don't know if you can see that too well, but it does light up. There are a couple lights in there, and kind of wish it was brighter, but in darkness will be pretty good. So yeah, that's my costume done. I do still feel a little bit like a raccoon, just in the way I look. But maybe I need to mute out my eyebrows next time instead of doing dark. I don't know. Anyways, and these ears are cute. I do have some other ears that are really, really cool, and they have Itch.io's logo on, but the light back on. But I'm just concerned that I'm gonna get excited and hit the roof of the car. Anyways, this was really, really fun. I am so excited to see how this goes. We just got an email saying that you can't have lights in your car, which is kind of a bummer because the car is so lit up on the inside. So we'll see what they let us do. You guys are gonna see it right after this. It's gonna be a couple hours for me, but I'm so excited. I can't wait. I think it's gonna be a blast. I know it's gonna be a blast. It's gonna be great. Anyways, wherever you are, I hope that you are finding fantastic ways to have a great time safely, social distantly, and support the people and the places and the bands and the creators that you care about. If you have bands or artists and creators that you love and support, I would love to hear about them down below. Share about them, and maybe I'll fall in love with them too. I'm very, very loyal when I fall in love with something. So wherever you are, I hope you're having the best day that you possibly can. Be kind to the people around you, and thanks for hanging out.